Okay, so coming to a standing position if you are standing. If you're sitting, taking a posture of wakefulness and presence in your seat. If you're standing, perhaps getting a sense of the feeling of the feet on the floor. Perhaps the feet just connecting to the ground and the body rising up from the ground. So imagine perhaps that there were a thread rising up through the body and just as if it were coming out the top of the head and just lifting us up a little way, just gently upwards, supporting the body, and then just letting our shoulders drop. So a sense of the height rising and the weight falling. And I'm going to guide these movements and really inviting you to look after yourselves. So if there's a movement that I'm suggesting that we make that isn't a movement that your body, that's suitable for your body at the moment, then feel free to miss it out, to adjust it to a movement that would be workable for your body in this moment. Or indeed to imagine making the movement in your mind. So as if you're practicing the movement in your mind's eye. So whilst these movements are based in a Hatha Yoga form, I really encourage you to see it as a movement meditation practice rather than a particular form which might invite a sense of having to get it right, or perhaps we might have past memories of exercise or even yoga or other ways of moving the body. And we can just bring all of those memories and thoughts to the practice so they can just be here alongside us in the background. So the most important thing here is not what you move or how you move, but more the relationship to the experience, a sense of bringing curiosity as to what this is like from moment to moment, and gentleness, listening to our bodies moment by moment, and working in tune with our bodies. In fact, the word yoga actually means union, so the union of the mind and the body. And inviting you to begin just by gently swaying the body from left to the right. And just a bit like you were a tree, just swaying in the wind, and just feeling the sensations of the movement, perhaps the feet, weight distribution changing, heavier, lighter. Just bringing your interest to what this is like in your body at this moment, not having to worry about what anybody else is doing. Just following as best you can. We might like to make the movements a little larger. Just experimenting. So only carrying out what your body says is okay for you in this moment. And we might like to bring the arms into the movement. So just moving the arms maybe into a swing from one side to the other. It could be a very soft swing. Or if you feel like you want a little bit more vigor, make it into a bigger swing and maybe move the torso from side to side as well. Just a sense of opening, letting go, letting the body swing, and experiencing and noticing the experience. And as best we can, dropping the attention into our body. So if we notice that we are caught up in a thought or some other part of experience, sounds, And just acknowledging that with friendliness and coming back to the body. Anchoring our attention in the feeling of the movements in the body. And now perhaps just letting go of the swing and just coming back to a standing or sitting posture. And noticing any after effects. Maybe there's some tingling, or maybe the body's warmed up a little bit, or the heart's beating a little quicker. Just being interested in the perhaps subtle transformations that are happening from moment to moment as we stay in tune with the body. And remembering that these movements are invitational, not obligatory. The invitation, if you would like to join me, to begin to raise the arms from the sides, slowly rising, and bringing them up above the head, and just clasping the hands together above the head and stretching up. Just reaching up into the air, having a play with the stretch. So not pushing or straining, not going beyond your body's limit, but just playing with exploring the stretch. Gently leaning into the edge of possibility, but without going beyond. Just noticing what this is like. Breathing with the sensations that arise. And now turning the palms outwards and slowly bringing the arms downwards. Staying in the body. And as the arms come back into the starting position, what we sometimes call mountain pose, just acknowledging the experience now in the stillness. Moment by moment, embodied presence. And now, if you will, bringing up just your right arm. So just the right arm coming up, slowly up. We'll move into what's sometimes called the picking fruit posture. So bringing the arm up above the head and just looking out to your right side as if there were a fruit tree out to just over to your right, just out of reach. And you might like to just reach up with the right hand, maybe bringing the left heel off the ground to extend the reach, and holding here. Noticing, what's this like? What's actually going on in your body just at this moment? Maybe pleasant sensations, unpleasant sensations, neutral. And now slowly coming back, with left heel back onto the ground and slowly lowering the right arm. And noticing any after effects of this stretch in the body. Letting go of any sense of this being a competition, either with yourself or with anybody else. So letting go of judging mind, comparing mind, just a sense of interest, of following the movements as best you can and seeing what this brings in your body, and letting thoughts be in the background space. And bringing up the left arm now over to the left-hand side, as if there was a fruit tree over to this side. Maybe bringing the right heel off the ground if you're standing. Stretching. You can maybe explore whether it's possible to extend the stretch a little further, but taking care not to push beyond what's possible. If the body reacts with a sharp sensation, that's usually a sign to draw back. Maybe we can work with aches, duller sensations, noticing how what's happening in your arm perhaps is changing from moment to moment. And if there is discomfort, perhaps a sense of breathing with the sensations, staying present with them, watching how they transform from moment to moment. And maybe with an out breath, coming back slowly, the arm coming back down towards the side. And pausing here. Just remembering that we have anchors in our body that we can return to, so we can maybe come back to the sensation of the breath in the belly, sensations of the feet on the ground or hands. But at any time we can choose to re-anchor, coming back to a particular place. And now, maybe with an out breath, bringing the arms, both arms again up above the head, as we did in the first movement. And if you like, interlocking the thumbs. So the fingers pointing up and the thumbs interlocking, and inviting you to just move the upper body over to the right-hand side. So as if you're the tree leaning over to the right-hand side. You can either keep the thumbs locked, or if you prefer, having the hands, the arms parallel to one another, but not interlinked. Exploring the edge of the stretch without going beyond your limit. Breathing with the sensations that arise. And maybe with an out breath, coming back slowly up to center. You might notice the sensations in the hips or in the shoulders. And now over to the other side. So the tree swaying over to this side, if you like. Going gently and with a sense of gentle adventure, you would say. And listening to your body's feedback. Allow your body to tell you when that's far enough. So listening to the body's feedback, perhaps rather than the head. Is it possible to lean over a little more or not? Just playing with it for yourself. And now slowly returning to the upright standing position and allowing the arms to come back down. And perhaps the wrists lower and the fingers pointing upwards as you come back down. You might have a sensation of stretching the wrists as you make this movement, and just curling the arms back in to the sides. And centering in the body here. And we'll move now into some rolling shoulders. So bringing the shoulders from the back, as if you were squeezing together the shoulder blades, and up towards the ears, a rolling motion, and forwards, as if you're squeezing the shoulders forwards together in front of the body and down. So 4 stages to the movement. Back and up. Rolling over. And down. And back into the starting position. And just in your own time, just following the shoulders, and with the mind, just allowing the mind to go with the shoulders and experience the sensations that come from moment to moment. And you might like to roll in the other direction now, coming back the other way. Luxuriating in the experience of this body in movement. There's no right or wrong experience to have. Just whatever comes up. And dropping the shoulders back into the starting position, allowing the arms just to hang long, maybe shaking them out a little bit if you like. And we'll move now into some gentle neck rolls. And so for this movement, bringing the chin downwards towards the chest, if that's okay for you. Remember, you can adjust or imagine the movement if it's not right for you to make it. And slowly rolling the neck round to one side, towards the ear. And then coming back as if you're painting a line with your nose in front of you. So not bringing the neck right back, which might tense the muscles at the back, just in a straight line. So coming down, head forward, round to one ear, and straightening up and drawing a line across in front of the body, and the other ear coming towards the other shoulder, and then round. So you're rolling in kind of a like half moon shape, as if you're painting a half moon shape with your nose. And noticing the experience. And if you'd like to come back the other way, that's fine. Have a play with that. This is all experimentation. There are no marks to be had. Just playing with the body and seeing what arises. Maybe one more. Round to the center. And finally bringing the head back up and taking a pause. It's just recentering the body. Tuning in to breath, feet, hands, anchoring. And so the next movement, bringing the arms out to the sides once again, slowly up until they're around about parallel with the shoulders. And inviting you to lift the right leg off the ground and just stretching out to the right hand side. So balancing on the left foot with the weight over to the left hand side. There might be a bit of wobbling as this movement's made, and that's fine. So nothing to be got right, just experiencing. Breathing with the sensations. Remember, you can let go of the posture at any point if that's what your body needs. So just seeing what's possible. Breathing with the sensations that arise. And then maybe with an out breath, bringing the body back to the starting position. Centering. And the hands and arms coming out once again, and the weight moving over this time to the right hand side and bringing the left foot out to the side. Noticing what's unique about this experience on this side. Maybe there's one side where there's some discomfort in the hip, maybe in one area of the leg and not on the other side. So just being interested in what arises. Staying and breathing. And with an out breath, dropping back into the standing posture. Now, if you will, placing the hands on the hips with the feet around about hip width apart. And just coming to look behind you. So just moving the neck and the chest. So keeping the hips front and coming up to look behind over to one side. Maybe feeling the sensations in the neck, the chest, perhaps the shoulders. Gently draw back, keeping the hips facing forwards. Slowly moving back to center. And to the other side, so keeping the hips steady, looking out behind you to the other side. Noticing what comes up in the chest and the neck. Exploring the edge of possibility, so expanding without going beyond what's possible. Listening to the feedback from your body. And coming back to the center position, keeping the hands on the hips. And this time, turning to the original side, this time with the hips also. So moving from the ankles. You might notice maybe you move a little bit further this time. Just exploring, keeping the feet facing front. Remembering you can imagine movements if it's not for your body today to make these. Maybe you can draw around a little further, but without pushing or straining. Staying gently expanding. And with an out breath coming back to center and continuing to the other side. So just checking in that the feet are pointing forwards and turning at the ankles and looking behind. Noticing what happens as you breathe. Maybe there's a tightening in the tummy muscles or the chest or the sides. Whatever comes up, just bringing interest. In union with your body, being the body. Coming back from any mind wandering to the body, to the sensations of movement. And coming back to the starting position, dropping the hands and we'll move now into a forward bend movement. This is one perhaps to miss out if you have, say, glaucoma or any other blood pressure issues or particular lower back issues. Remembering you can imagine the movement or adjust to suit your body at the moment. And so if you're joining in, just lowering the chin and slowly dropping over. You can bring the arms over in front of the body. And if needed, bending the knees a little, but not having to try and reach the ground, just noticing where it is that your hands need to go. Feeling the upper body hanging over. And while we're down here, we could perhaps just lift up the right arm in front. So it makes a right angle with the right leg. Breathing with the sensations. And on an out breath, the right hand coming down. And on maybe the next in breath, the left hand rising up and just holding here for a few moments, making the right angle. And on an out breath, lowering the left arm back down, allowing the body to hang. And slowly rising up from this and coming up from the base of the spine. So very gently uncoiling the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, and keeping the head downwards. And so the neck and head coming back up last, back into the standing posture. Just noticing any after effects of this. Pausing. And moving now into a posture called the chair. And so for this, bringing out the arms in front of the body this time. So they come out in front to rounding up shoulder level. And then gently lowering, bending the knees and lowering the tailbone as if you're coming to sit down on a chair that's, of course, not here, unless you are sitting in a chair. And just coming down gently, so listening to your body as you lower. Maybe a point at which your body says, that's far enough. Or it may say, oh, you can go a little further. Remembering this is not a competition. So pausing where it's best for you, knowing you can rise up at any time. But if it's okay, just to stay here in this posture, just to feel the sensations of stretch. Allowing breathing to be breathed with the body. Just staying with any sensations of ache, stretch, pausing. And with an out breath beginning to rise up. So slowly coming back up to stand. And lowering the arms. And pausing. Just noticing how the body is now at the end of this, perhaps a little bit more strenuous posture that we just did. And now for our last posture in this sequence, which is called the tree. And so for this movement, the invitation is to bring the right foot up and to place the sole of the right foot on the side of the left leg. So maybe it might be above the knee or over the knee or even over the lower than the knee. And to slowly bring the arms up, maybe supporting, balancing. There may be some wobbling, and that's fine. You can come in and out of the pose as needed. Now bringing the arms together in clapping pose at the chest. And again, just a sense of centering. And when you're ready to, just raising the hands up above the head. and entwining the fingers, if you like, pointing up with the two index fingers, and stretching the arms above the head, maybe feeling the brush of the arms against the ears, pausing here. Totally fine if you find yourself wobbling out of the position, you can just take a pause, no problem. You're just experimenting with movement. Maybe pointing up just a little further if that's possible. And now slowly bringing the hands back down in front of the body. And as you come back to the clapping position, just bringing the arms out to the sides. And then lifting the right leg off the left and coming to make it feel like a three-point landing with the arms and the right foot. Pausing. And now making the same movements on the other side of the body. So the left foot rising up and being placed against the right on the side, the knee pointing out, and coming up with the arms into cracking position. Just balancing. And if it's okay with you, rising up with the hands, staying in the body, staying present in the body, pointing up with the index fingers, interlinking the other fingers, and reaching up as best you can. Just playing with the possibilities, listening to the feedback from your body moment by moment. When it says that's enough, not pushing it into beyond capacity for the moment. Holding, if that's okay. And now gently lowering the hands back in front of the body to the chest, and then opening them out and lifting up the left knee and coming down into the three-point landing. As you come down into this landing, just tuning into the sensations of the feet on the ground, and the body standing or sitting. Maybe closing the eyes. And tuning in to the body as it is at the end of this series of movements, noticing how things are just now. And with a sense of non-judgment, so not in the sense of good or bad, but just what's here? What's here for me? Letting the breath breathe itself. And you might like to thank yourself for being with your body in this way, practicing gently and adventurously and carefully in the here and now. And when you're ready to open the eyes, if your body wants to have a particular stretch or movement that would be supportive for how your body is at the moment, feel free. If you want to do any hip rolls or ankle rolls or anything else, stretches, or you just want to be still for a few moments, that's completely fine too. Whatever's best for you. And When you're ready to, coming back to sit. And maybe raising the just the eyes to the screen and just coming back to us all being here together. I'm just going to pause the recording.